In pop music, the goal is often perfection, but in folk music, goal is often intimacy. You want to feel like the singer is singing right next to you.
If I had a boat on the water, I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling. I know that you're hurting too. How can I keep us both from going under without saying goodbye? If I had a boat on the water, I know that you are mine.
This is a song called Boat in the Water by Martello, which I co-wrote, produced and mixed. The challenge for this song was quite simple. How do we make the lead vocal feel personal and upfront while making the backing vocals feel wide and massive, kind of like a warm blanket? In this video, I'm going to break down the exact process chain for the lead versus the harmonies and the spatial tricks I used to separate them. Let's start with the anchor, the lead vocal. I'm going to play it back with the acoustic guitar, but with no plugins or processing on the vocal chain.
If I had a boat on the water, I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling. I know that you're hurting too.
We have a little bit of melodyne going on, a small bit of tuning, and then EQ, reductive EQ at the start. And then next, my vocal chain, we would have an 1176, silver, bluey. Again, Pro Q3, pushing 8K to get a bit more presence in the vocal. Another bit of EQ, where I'm bumping up 10K, which I really like, with this fantastic pull tech. A bit of de-essing, a bit more compression, just to smoothen out everything. And then I'm putting it through a Neve, even though we did record it with an SM7B into a 1073 Neve preamp. I wanted to add a tiny bit more of the Neve preamp. You'll hear we have a bit of reverb. This is kind of the Abbey Road trick, where I'm cutting a lot of the low end on the reverb and a lot of the high end. And then I'm pushing a bit of 2000 hertz. I am also adding a bit of compression. I'm going to turn off all the plugins and then I'm going to turn them on as we go.
If I had a boat on the water, I know that I'd sail to you.
Bit of compression.
Hold me in your arms now, my darling. I know that you're hurting too. How can I keep us both from going under without saying goodbye? If I had a boat on the water, I know that you are mine.
So you can hear that in every moment and every step, it's doing a certain thing. I'm EQing, I'm coloring with compression, I'm using tone, bit of de-essing obviously because I'm pushing the highs. And then I'm putting it through the LA2A, which is making it quite loud, you notice, and it's bumping everything up and make the vocal very forward. The Neve is kind of controlling a little bit more. And then we have a bit of space with reverb.
If I had a boat on the water, I know that
I send that lead vocal to a top line bus you'll see down here. We have and more compression, a bit of bit crushing, which is pushing the highs. And then I'm using a multi-band compressor, SSLG bus, and then a bit more EQ again. Doing a lot of extreme stuff here. And you'll hear now, I'm going to play back the vocal without my top line bus and then turn it on again.
if I had a boat on the water, I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling.
You can hear that this top line bus again has pushed it forward. Like I said at the start of the video, we want as if the singer is right next to you when you're listening.
If I had a boat on the water, I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling.
I can see what happened. I put on the SLEQ, which again pushed the singer right in front of you. I wanted Chris I wanted to make it feel like Chris is in your head singing, but it added a lot of harsh frequencies.
If I had a boat on the water,
it does sound nice, but it's a little bit too much, so we had to control them again with a bit of EQ.
If I had a boat on the water, I know that I'd sail to you, hold me in your...
This song is intimate. We don't want it to be perfect. We don't also want it to be piercing or harsh. We want it to sound warm. So you can see that I've toned a lot of stuff in terms of shaping the vocal. I'm going to look at second chorus. I'm just going to solo the backing vocal with the acoustic guitar.
I know that I'd sail to you, hold me in your arms now, my darling. I know that you're hurting too. How can I keep us both from going under without saying goodbye? If I had a boat on the water.
So that's one part of it. There's a lot of really beautiful harmony lines. Chris, aka Martello, came up with a lot of the harmonies himself. Collectively, we kind of chose. But you can see here how I've gone about mixing them. We have an octave harmony. I'm going to play it with the lead vocal in the chorus.
I had a boat on the water.
So those two, left and right, about 14% to the left and then 18% to the right, and they're double tracked.
If I had a boat on the water.
Yes. We went about mixing with this vocal arrangement, with certain harmonies on certain words, which is a great technique. So these are two backing vocals, but double tracked left and right.
Had a boat on the water.
Beautiful harmonies there. Beautiful. And then we enhanced that with everything else here.
On the water, I know that I'd sail to you.
You can hear low one. I know I'd sail to you.
I know that I'd sail to you. I know that I'd sail to you. I know that I'd sail to you.
Fantastic harmonies. The great thing about Martello is that a lot of his training was in choirs, and he understood how to sing harmony. A lot of us struggle with harmonies because we're in our lead vocal kind of stage when we're recording them. But you got to think, I am a backing vocalist now if I'm singing a backing vocal on top of my lead vocal. So you have to perform it like a backing vocal, that it's not like the most important thing, that it's just supporting the lead vocal. And you see that there's some hard panning left and right, but not everything is hard pan left and right. You'll also notice that there's no processing on the individual harmonies, but I've sent it all to a bus. And on that bus, I like to call it the backing vocal bus. Let's play it just dry without any processing.
I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling. I know that you're hurting too.
So interesting to hear it dry, isn't it? We spoke about how we wanted to make these harmonies kind of hug you like a blanket. I think we've got it close to it anyway. Again, reductive EQ, lows, not too much, low, cutting 2K, adding a bit of 12, and you'll see what it does.
I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me.
So I took out a lot of low end just to get rid of the rumble, a bit of presence in the highs, but not too much. I took away about 2K, and then we have our beautiful LA2A.
I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling. I know that you're hurting.
It just elevates and gives a beautiful, consistent tone to the harmonies. And then we have our SSL G-Bus compressor, which I've used quite a lot on most of the buses on this track. I really like the SSL sound, and I felt like it helped glue it a bit more.
I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling. I know that you're...
Beautiful. EQ.
I know that...
Okay, so you can see I'm using this Fab Filter Pro Q4. I have this in Spectral Dynamics. mode, I think it's called. Yeah, spectral dynamics. And you'll see that it just kind of controls certain aspects.
I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling. I know that you're hurting too.
This is the same capital chambers reverb that the lead vocals go into to, again, enhance the gluing each, like the lead vocal and the backing vocal.
I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling. I know that you're hurting too.
And there's the blanket. It's adding a bit more 3D space in terms of depth, width, and height. It's kind of pushing it back as if we feel like we're in the church. I'm using UAD Lexicon reverb here. Love this reverb.
I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling.
And again, we are EQing low and highs and actually boosting the mids, which I felt was right. And we're doing a bit of compression again after the EQ. Like, again, it's just kind of keeping an eye on the consistency of the dynamics in the reverb. Solo the reverb here, no idea. And you can hear also that the acoustic guitar is being sent to this reverb. And I feel like when I solo this reverb, it's got a real old school gramophone vibe to it. Not really thinking about it in a scientific way, but more in a feeling kind of way. And this is what it sounds like without reverb. I'm gonna go to the bridge.
Honey, I wish this would never end. Didn't know it yet, our time was only red.
People get a bit carried away with reverb because I don't think they understand how it really should work. They just lash it on. They don't think about the lows and the highs. They don't know what they're trying to do and the type of reverbs. But I think we have to be very tasteful. And in this regard, I feel like we captured it. Listen to this with just reverbs.
Honey, I wish this would never end. Didn't know it yet, our time was only red. If only I'd seen the rain fall in Berlin, coming from your eyes, perfectly lined.
Acoustic guitar, lead vocal, and harmonies. We both felt like this was something special. So I'm going to play just to the outro without plugins, and then I'm going to put them back on.
If I had a boat on the water, I know that I'd sail to you. Hold me in your arms now, my darling. I know that you're hurting too. How could I keep us both from going under without saying goodbye? If I had a boat on the water, I know that you are mine.
So mixing folk music isn't about hiding the performance. It's about framing it. By keeping the lead focused and the harmonies wide, you get the best of both worlds, intimacy and size. If you like this breakdown of Boat in the Water by Martello, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. I'm Tully. I'll see you in the next one.